Hi there, my name is Carolyn. I'm from KundaliniTwinFlames.com. Thanks for joining me. I'm a spiritual awakening coach. I support people through their Kundalini awakening, as well as healing, chakra healing, energy healing, shamanic healing, blockage removal, anything I can do to help support you in the awakening experience. And today I'm doing a video about surrender and why surrender is so important during the awakening. What the Kundalini is really asking of us is to surrender everything to the Kundalini. And when we're going through this massive transformation and the Kundalini transforms us in so many ways, it's not only energetically, it's not only spiritual enlightenment, it impacts all aspects of our lives. And it requires a lot of change. And with the change, we might really be having to go through all this change, especially when you're going from a certain lifestyle to a certain group of friends, the place you work, the career path you've chosen, your family members, as well as your physical body and the way that you've been raised with your thought processes about politics, these sorts of things. All of this programming and conditioning all gets basically stripped away from you, and it happens quickly. Even though it does take a few years, this stripping away process can happen really quickly, and it can be feeling like it is like the dark night of the soul experience, which is really pushing the ego to the limits. And when the Kundalini is saying, surrender to me, trust me, let me take you, let me guide you, let me do all that I need to do to move you into this divine way of being, this divine human. When we fight that, when we're scared, when we can't trust in her, it creates a lot of friction. And it's kind of like a mother rearing a child. Like, a mother knows what's best for the child. The mother is telling the child what to do, or when we need to go, where we need to go, what to wear for the day because of the weather. These sorts of minor things that a child has to go through, and a child fights a parent on. But we can look at that and relate to this in the same way that the Kundalini is being the parent to us and is saying, come with me, let me show you. I know what's best for you. And when we fight this, it's a fight, it's a tantrum. There's crying, there's feet stomping. These sorts of things really can happen, and that's how we really feel. Like we may not necessarily even want to be in this awakening experience, and we don't want to be letting go of all these things. And we have no choice. Once the Kundalini awakening's begun, it's going to happen. So we generally can't stop the experience, and it can be a lot to take. So when we surrender, when we let the Kundalini take over and trust that everything is going to be okay, that's when the flow gets easier. It can really be helpful in times when you're having kriyas, for example, or extreme pain, and you're trying to stop the energy from flowing through you and purging through you and getting out the way that it knows best. You might get really scared, and that's another way that the Kundalini wants you to trust her, is to stay out of the fear state. And you might be really scared that you're dying, or that you've got some major health condition wrong with you, or that you're going to start having kriyas when you're out at work, for example. There's ways that you can communicate with the Kundalini and say, okay, let's do this tonight when I'm home. I'll let you do whatever you want to do, but please wait until I have to get what I have to get done for the day, and then we'll just, let the process flow. And you will find that if you communicate in this way, that at night at home when you're in bed, that's when most of the energy will be doing the work that it needs to do. And as soon as you lie down, or as soon as you have that moment of rest, all of a sudden the energies will pick up and the movement will occur in the body, and you might start going through that process, especially if you're like purging and releasing blockages. It can be really painful if you're trying to stop it or get scared of what's happening. So if you just let the purging happen, if it's vomiting, these sorts of things, rather than trying to stop it or being scared that you're gonna be letting go because of the pain or whatever, if we just allow it and let it come out, it happens much more quickly. We get through it, and it just allows the process to move much more smoothly. So you might have read a lot in forums that people, they say, as soon as I just let go, they might not use the word surrender, but that's really the best word for it, is this trusting and surrendering state of knowing the Kundalini knows exactly what to do. And when we make these changes in our lifestyle, it can be really hard to go through letting go of friends and letting go of doing things like drinking with friends, going to the bar, smoking, these sorts of things, or engaging in negative kind of energies or lower vibrational things. They might not feel good for you anymore, and you might want to be fighting it because you don't want to let go of something that you've been doing for so many years, something that you used to enjoy, and it's really confusing why you don't enjoy it anymore. And you just want to hang on. But if we just let go and just, okay, it just doesn't work for me anymore, and we get into this state of being like, this doesn't resonate with me anymore, or we don't vibrate, we're not matching frequencies anymore, and we don't have to like dive too deep into like why you don't get along with this person or why this experience doesn't feel good anymore. We just have to kind of like, okay, we've evolved and this has shifted, and you might be with that person again in life, but for now, this isn't working for you. And you're not an energetic match anymore, or you might need to move out of the home or change a relationship or get a divorce. There's a lot of bigger changes that can happen in relationships, and switching jobs. You might be in school and decide that the career path that the degree you want isn't even anything you want anymore. Like, there's so many shifts and variables because the Kundalini changes everything, really, from your career to your family to your home to your body. And so we have to really let go of the ideas of the way we used to do things, the goals we used to have, and it's really expanding us to achieve more and to be more and to have better relationships and a better life and manifest all these heart's desires that you have. There's so much unlimitedness once you get past letting go of this old way, that you're going to have a more fruitful life. But when you're in this stage, trust and surrender, letting go, letting God, letting go, letting the Kundalini do what she needs to do, will allow the process to be much more easy, much more graceful, much more enjoyable, a lot less painful. So I hope this helps. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, it's KundaliniTwinFlames.com, and I hope your Kundalini Awakening experiences with ease and grace. And if you do need some support, please feel free to contact me, and I'm happy to offer some support for you. Take care.